On the markets with Russ Mould in London. He's an investment director at AJ Bell. Good to have you back, Russ. Now, the latest GDP figures out of America are quite impressive, aren't they? Beating expectations. What do you make of those figures?
Yeah, it's a very pleasant surprise. If you look back 3 months, most economists were looking for a growth rate of between 1.5% to 2% at the start of the quarter, and that was before bad weather, before the government shut down and amid ongoing concerns over trade with China. So certainly a pleasantly surprising number. However, it is only a first estimate. It is going to be revised twice, so we probably shouldn't get too carried away just yet.
Okay, now over to Europe. Deutsche Bank earnings have surprised a lot of people. Profits rose some 67% despite some of the troubles the bank's been facing. What do you make of that result?
Well, the share price has gone down today, which tells you that while the quantity of the profits was pleasing, the quality probably wasn't particularly good. If you look, the majority of the increase in profit came from security sales and also a lower than expected tax charge. And I think the reason the share price is down is the asset management business showed profits down, and the investment bank, which has been troubled for a long time, recorded a second consecutive loss. So Chief Executive Christoph Sewing has got a big turnaround job in his hand there. He's just seen a planned merger with Commerzbank fail. There is talk of a merger of the asset management business with that of UBS. But in the end, the long-term pressure on the business is still coming from negative interest rates in Europe. Although that is bringing relief to borrowers, it's making it very, very, very difficult for banks to make profits. And you're seeing that at Deutsche Bank today.
And what's your reading of those failed merger talks with Commerzbank? As we know, the German government was very keen on creating this massive lending entity, but who do you think drove that outcome? Was it Commerzbank, Deutsche Bank?
Well, I think possibly the German trade unions will have had something to say about it, because one of them, and they have board representation, don't forget, so they have a very powerful voice. One of the big reasons for the merger was to put them together so they could cut an awful lot of costs, and that would have meant job losses. So I think socially and politically it would have been an extremely difficult deal, even though the government felt it was a good thing. And I don't think it would have solved the ultimate problem, which is Deutsche Bank has got an underperforming investment bank, its cost base is too high, and you still have this negative impact on all German financial institutions, insurers as well, of the negative interest rate policies of the European Central Bank. It wouldn't have solved those problems, and ultimately, if you tie two bricks together, Oscar, you don't get a raft, do you?
No, that's right. Okay, Russ Mould in London, appreciate your analysis as always.